Good morning. Hi, everyone. How are you? Y'all know I be many places, pretty much. Generally, like during this time, like I'm walking through and shit. I'm on my way to my office. But today I'm staying home because I'm going to the beach. Oh, we are in the lab. Y'all know one of my rooms in my house is the lab. This is where I do my sewing. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, that's what my little rack of my clouds and try, what I'm saying. Shit just clothes everywhere, 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 everywhere. But anyway, 'cause y'all know I'm a designer as well. And I was like, stylist, yeah. Fashion assassin. Boom, boom. That's true. But anyway, but I'm going to the beach today. I hope y'all go out and have a fantastic day. Whatever, like Grace said. So today I want to talk about like fantasy. And do y'all know what a fantasy is? Sometimes people get upset with their lover, husband, wife, girl, whatever, because they have like fantasies, or like. And what is a fantasy? A fantasy is imagining something that's the definition of fantasy is imagining something that's impossible or improbable, right? So the shit possibly can't happen, but a lot of shit can happen. But especially like for people who like fantasize over celebrities or some shit like that. Oh, but that's a one in a million. That shit ain't happening. Unless like you're affiliated in some type of way, like in that circle. You know what I'm saying? But why would you want to fuck somebody that you don't even really know? But we do that all the time. But I'm just saying. But it's just a fantasy, right? And I think that sometimes people can get like confused with their fantasies or allowing like the thoughts in their head to like get the better of them. Okay, like there are so many things that come like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely a psychologist, don't play so. There are so many things that pops in your head, right? I believe that um people do think about same sex depending on where they are in their life. Now mind you, yes, I have, okay, the lighting is really bad. Trying to steal away. uh like in the past, like but then again, like now that I when I was re uh assessing myself, because you always have to reassess yourself, like you know what I'm saying, with everything that you motherfucking do in this life, because there is consequences and shit. And then like, do you really want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like everybody want to have $1 million, like, and you be like, you fantasize like, well, not even thinking about winning a lottery, like robbing a bank, like like I can do it. Like, no, you can't, bitch, because your ass gonna go to jail, bitch. You gonna get shot, you gonna die. Like, no. So that's not a good thing. So just what I'm saying. So this is just a part of like fantasy. Like a lot of this shit is not um, coming true. It's just not. So then you also have to think, like, is this something I really, really want to motherfucking do? And I think about, and I was talking about for myself, and I believe that a lot of people do think this way or have these thoughts, but it's up to you to act on them to take your reality, yes, fantasy from reality. At one point, like I was thinking about same sex for myself, and but then I had to reassess myself. Never really, I definitely didn't act on it, but I was like at a real low point in my life, I guess you would say, or dear and lonely. Not so low, but lonely. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I came here from Flint to New York. I've been here for 25 years, but that those first like damn 10 years, like I mean, it took me a minute to adjust to being here and not having no family and friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like your loneliness, my loneliness was building in, and then I wasn't like sexually active. And then I don't know, like that popped in my head. Like you really gotta having sex, like reevaluate yourself. Now, mind you, I'm not interested in that. And although I did say that if I was in a relationship, after we done everything sexually, not said you necessarily tired, but that the sex is the same. Sorry, my mom's calling. Um, you know how what you're gonna get pretty much. It, but of course, it'll probably be different like each and every time. But just the touch of someone else, it's always like would magnify the intensity of your sex. You know what I'm saying? So I think that before you act on anything, like you really have to think and you have to assess yourself and where you are in the now. You know what I'm saying? And is it something that you actually want to do? Like seriously, like because all types of thoughts pop in your head, and then a lot of people come at you with so many different offers and shit like that, and are you willing to do these type of thing? You have to assess people. The same thing with sex and shit, like assess shit, and also um if you're not the type of wait, what the fuck I was about to say? Y'all know my mind. It does that sometimes. It's like an old school TV. You know, you get up and turn old school. That's how I make that sound. That's how my mind works. It really does that. I'm gonna fuck y'all. But and you really do have to assess the situation before you actually make a move from your fantasy to reality. Like, and if it's something that you really, really want to do. Because seriously, it'd be like life circumstances, uh, you and generally the life circumstances that you are like in some type of pit a little bit. You could be sad, you could be lonely, you could be financially fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Your ass could possibly be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't take that like literally. You know what I'm saying? But now we go jumping off subject. My bad. I do that sometimes. But anyways, but the point is today is just about fantasies and if you want to make your fantasies a reality. And if you do want to make your fantasy a reality, there ain't nothing wrong with that if it's possible. And if you gave it like some seriously thought, like really people, we really have to think. You can't like just knee first into some shit, like dive, like you know what I'm saying. Who dived knee first? Okay, now that was weird. Feet first, um, into something, unless it's something that you're really really passionate about, and you know that you feel it, like some shit you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like fashion, bitch, I feel as y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? I feel. Um, all that shit. I feel that shit. Des, I definitely feel me and sex too. I feel like I just can't like just think. You know what I'm saying? Like just let anybody like it's something that's like a part of who I am like as a person. But and also sex is a part of everybody too. But you also have to think like, is this something I really want to do before you a man put another man's dick in your mouth, or as a chick you want to lick on another bitch's pussy? Like, is this something I really want to do? Or if you trying to sell your shit, but I don't think that's a whole nother stuff. That's not a fan. Well, maybe it could be somebody's fucking fantasy. I don't know. Everybody have their own little fantasies. But it's up to you to make it if you're gonna make your fantasy a reality. And if it's possible. But generally, a fantasy means it's something that you imagine that is not possible. It's not obtainable. So there's nothing wrong with having fantasies in your mind and your in your thought process. That's fine and that's cool. But it's up to you to feel to act on them. I had this I've thought about this because somebody came to me. I recently had a conversation with someone um, and they was thinking about going that route. And then, I'm saying like I'm looking at them and I can tell like from their conversation, of course, like money was involved. And it was like, yeah, I have thought about doing that before. But then because your situation is all, it is not, you're not in a the best place you would like to be. So it's kind of allowing you to open up that gate to participate in that type of activity. And is that something you really want to do? Because money is involved. Money is a whole nother situation. Y'all know that shit is the root of all evil. When y'all get your shit together, motherfuckers. So the point of the matter is to think. You really have to reassess. I tell you all the time, you got to psychoanalyze, motherfucker. You got to psychoanalyze yourself. Peep your whole surroundings on the shit that you, especially like when sex is involved. Like what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And what you willing and will not do. And some people are open and want to do this and that and willing, like, yeah, they fancy they gonna make that shit a motherfucking reality. If you gonna make your shit a motherfucking do that shit, bitch. That's what's up. Long as it's something that you feel like you can live with and it's something that you really want to do and it doesn't have any other incentive besides you giving and receiving pleasure. Okay. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your pussy or your dick and shit like that. Don't do that. But anyway, y'all have a fantastic day. I am going to the beach. Going to the beach. I'll be there all day just soaking up in the sun. I love the sun. So you guys have a fantastic day. Y'all know I'm here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. ish. Talking that real sex talk shit. Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all know, or may not know, I have written my book, my first book, which is entitled Quickie. You can get it, all the information at the bottom. For the month of July, it is only 99 cents. It's only in ebook form, so it's a great read. You can read it at the beach. You can read it with your lover, of course. It's really, the sex is hot. The stories are juicy, and so yeah, please support independent artists. Mind you, I self-published it. I also designed the my book cover, and of course, I wrote it. So please support. And what the fuck else? Oh, I will be having a book signing. Actually, I'm calling it After Work Eroticism. There will be an erotic performer, an erotic poet, and then I will be reading 1 to 2 stories from my book. And we will have a question and answer segment after. So I hope y'all come out. And mind you, it's free. You can go to my blog and get all that information, which is realsextalk.blogspot.com. That's realsextalk.blogspot.com to get all the information. What the fuck else? Yeah, oh, and that's July 26th. Yeah, I think that's about it. So please come out and show your support. And I'd like to say thank you so much for 0 people that are watching. I don't give a fuck, we should still gonna be doing my shit. Anyway, come show your love. It's happening in Harlem. If you're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, come hang out with your girl. It's free. It may be hot outside on that day because it is July 26th. We have 2 more weeks. But it's going to be cool inside, and it will be refreshing wine for you to relax and unwind from a long day at work and just and enjoy the erotic experience coming from real. That's gonna be sweet. So anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon tomorrow. Later.